The right to offend is not some pesky little part of freedom of speech that we have to put up with. It is the heart and soul and lungs of freedom of speech. It is the coursing lifeblood of human progress. It is the instigator of liberty and modernity and science and understanding. What a laughing stock today's student leaders are, that they can so casually dismiss the right to be offensive without realizing that their lovely, enlightened lives are the gift of individuals who gave offense. Offensiveness is not just something we have to begrudgingly accept. Offensiveness is the motor of human progress.
Now broadcasting from the Right to Offend Media Studios in sunny South Florida, bringing you the latest in politics, current events, art, and pop culture. This is the Whitfield Report Live with Sam Whitfield.
But giving offense is good. In fact, it's essential.
Giving offense is essential, ladies and gentlemen. And I'm going to be offending the Grifter tonight.
There he is.
Grifter, Grifter, Grifter.
So, wait, am I on the right side, Max, or no? I'm on the wrong side. Okay.
There we go.
Yeah,
okay.
that'll do it. Welcome to the show, folks. I hope everyone is well. Merry Christmas again. Hope everyone has had a good week. Yeah, apparently, so a lot going on. I guess as far as like internet drama goes, and that's really what this whole Charlie Kirk thing has turned into. Unfortunately, ever since
Normal people don't know about it.
No, like they know he got shot, but it's I hate to say,
Well,
but
they generally just accept the mainstream story, whether Candace likes that or not. Like the average person doesn't put much thought into these theories.
Yeah.
So when you tell them about it, they're like, "Oh, she's lost her mind," and that does seem to be my personal response to it as well. But I don't actually think so, because she's always been doing this. That's what I said. And notice there was the big challenge of a debate. And what did we say? Both you, me, and Mort. So that's 3, not both. All 3 said that she would not accept that debate, that she would weasel out of it somehow or another. How'd she do it? How many dicks did it take her sucking to get out of it this time?
Well, quick. My theory is that she canceled because,
or is she eating cat this time?
She was planning on sucking off her husband on that day.
Well, it's too bad he's gay. He's not really into that. Allegedly.
Well, like, what else? So her excuse. So her
did you see that Milo says he slept with everybody? Have you heard this?
Milo hasn't slept with me.
Gay now.
Oh dear God! Yeah, I've seen that too. That Milo's going to out everyone in the conservative movement as like gay.
Has he
well, he probably should. Like, honestly, if you fucked Milo, he should tell on you. Honestly.
Facts.
That doesn't make me think good of him.
Right. Well, he actually he went on Tucker's podcast, and I actually did listen to parts of it, and it was really weird.
I saw Milo spurging out on Tim Pool, like a clip that I was just laughing at. Yeah. And then I heard Tim Pool got shot at. And look, if that happened, if that really happened, that sucks. It's the same thing I said when Tim Pool got swatted a bunch of times. But I think then, and I think now, that I'm a little sus of Tim Pool being a victim all the time. and
Yeah.
that I think he might be exaggerating some of the threats against him. Not to say that maybe nobody shot up his house, but I'm just wondering if that, like, we have proof of this, because it's very strange how people just consistently keep targeting him, and like law enforcement doesn't have any, like, can't do anything, and no one ever gets caught for it. You see what I mean?
Well, he's also doing the Steven Crowder grift of, oh, I'm running out of money. I might not be able to keep doing the show. He
I'm gonna
hasn't
retire.
he hasn't gotten the collection cup out yet, but I guarantee you that that's coming because
By the way,
he
that predates Crowder. That's called the Cantwell method. He was the first one in the political
There it
sphere
is.
to do that. To say, I gotta have the money to fund the show because I'm such a fucking genius that you want to hear me. And speaking of which, I just want our audience to know it's the holiday season, Sam, and we like to keep our spirits bright. And so everybody, from my family to yours, I just want everybody to know that Cantwell is home for the holidays, Sam. Christopher Cantwell, famous gay groomer, crying Nazi of Charlottesville, extortionists, Christopher Cantwell, has now landed with his 6 accused felonies, as well as a violation of bail, as well as other charges in New Hampshire. Finally going to where he's going to reside for the holidays, which is the Worcester County the House of Corrections, which, as you may not know, Sam, is not the jail, like the county jail that he was at previously. Now that he's violated bail, he's actually in the prison. It's a medium security prison.
so now he's
Cell
kind of in
block
the
A, number 16, Sam. If anybody wants to write Chris Cantwell, feel free. He needs the letters in prison and your support. The thing is, he does that dark side Phil thing where he confuses support with you giving him money. You don't have to do that. Just write him a letter and say whatever you want. You don't have to say anything nice, mean, or whatever. I'm not telling you what to say. The man could use some letters. He's going to be in jail for the holidays.
Give
What,
him some Christmas cards.
yeah, well, I'm sure he's lonely,
Xerox a fat guy's butt and send it to him. Whatever you're going to do, send him. Don't send him any items. Those are prohibited. He won't get them.
well, look,
And Max, the Asmund arc is over
I'm sure
Asmund arc.
for DSP.
Okay.
He's already pissed away all of that support.
Well, yeah, there wasn't any support. We like Asmongold's fans just laughed at him for a week and then like moved on.
Well, they threw him what he considered support money for a week, but that's gone.
Yeah, that's to be expected, right?
Oh, no, but I just figured I'd update. Update. DSP does,
and I'm sure he'll
DSP
start
does.
begging 10 times as much now that he even dialed back the slightest bit, because he'll say it's a failure.
It's already back to BegCon 5.
That's great.
so, man,
Speaking of gaming shit, Sam, Black Ops 7, the multiplayer side season 1 is better than the campaign, but my God, don't play that campaign. It's garbage. What are they thinking?
yeah, I'm not gonna.
We have a disappearing Sam.
Yeah, I'm not gonna.
Usually.
I'm not gonna buy COD 7. But you know what you should
Oh, right, because
buy?
you're a PlayStation guy, so you don't have a Game Pass.
No.
You know, Sammy, I did just buy that book late last week.
I know you did. Your payment cleared. Thank you.
You're welcome.
You too can buy Blood Ties Volume 2 and
Blood
1.
Ties Volume 2, The Blood and the Badge. I've not heard about this product and I
already have my copy.
Could you tell us more, Sam?
Yes, if you like crime fiction, honest cops, and some, maybe not so honest cops,
no such thing.
Then you love Blood Ties Volume 1 and Volume 2. I really, if I wanted to make this even more realistic, I should have added like internet grifters into the world of crime because
You need a whole side series just about them in a like professional wrestling league where they fight to the death with laser ropes for the ring.
yeah,
It's like
as
Blade Runner, but with like Nick Fuentes versus Candace Owens.
yeah, I was talking to FX Reagan in
No,
DM.
not celebrity death match because they're not celebrities.
Yeah. No, I was talking to FX Reagan, and he said that he's dealt with because he, in addition to being an FBI agent, he was also a cop, and he said that he's dealt with criminals that are
In a
less
technical sense,
scummy.
Sam, an FBI agent is a cop.
Well, yeah, well, yes, but I know
He
that
is
I had
also
to.
a cop, though.
He was a city cop in Maryland, but he told me that that some of the criminals that he's dealt with are less scummy than the internet grifters that are out there now. Which
Well,
that doesn't even surprise me.
the thing is you had like a guy like we don't talk as much. We used to because he was doing more crazy shit. But like a guy like Ethan Ralph, right? You used to maybe have one of those in everybody's city. It's this white trash loser that people
Yeah,
kind of know. For some reason, he knows a lot of people. Maybe his mom lets everybody party at his house. Something like that, right? He's like a
yeah,
spoiled kid that's not, and he's not good at anything in particular, but somehow he knows everybody and he's an asshole. And you go to his house party and he beats his girlfriend up right in front of everybody or something. And like they might call the cops, the cops get called and it
yeah.
becomes a big scene, but then nothing really happens and he's back with that girl or he's with a different girl. He's got 3 baby mamas. He's a fucking loser. Everybody knows he's a piece of shit, but yet people still will come to his party. Maybe less over time. Sam, there was a guy, I forget his name, but he basically thought he was a demon. It was in like North Carolina. And he killed a bunch of people. He was that guy, right? He killed people. They were in his backyard, buried in his basement and shit. And people were still coming to his house to party. They knew he did it. It's like a little cult of personality. And that was how it went. It was before the internet. Now with the internet, you can reach more than the local scumbags, you see?
I was gonna say, but I was gonna say, Max. I was like, this guy has to, predate the internet because man, some of these grifters, if they could get away with killing people and monetizing it, they absolutely would.
Yeah.
Well,
I'm pretty.
he wasn't. That's the thing. He wasn't using it to get attention. He just killed some people because drug dealing, right?
Yeah,
He was just like that guy, right? He was just that loot. He tattooed his whole body. He said he was the devil incarnate. And yet people came to his house to hang out, smoke, and drink and get rowdy. His house was full of filth. His mom was like in a coma in her room. And people would just come over and fuck the house up. And dude, I knew multiple people like this because it's like the party house. And it's usually like a parent, like often a mother, that just lets them have run of the fucking house. And they don't ever learn any boundaries. It's like some mama's boy, but they never grew up shit. That's like
right.
Ethan Ralph. Now, if you get a guy like that and he catches a following on the internet, it just reinforces what he already, because he's a mama's boy, already thinks he's the king of the fucking world,
Yeah,
And so, like, that gets reinforced by you know how you and I, Sam, and normal people, if you get 100 comments and only one of them is negative, it's the one that sticks in your head.
yeah,
People like them, the comments that are positive stick in their head. The negative ones might too, but that's how they gas
one positive
themselves
comment
up.
in their life.
ESP's kind of this too, right? He believes that there's people out there that still like him. Therefore, it doesn't matter what anybody thinks, even if it's 10 people out of 8 million.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, well, that you know that
But those
that
10 people are worth never changing yourself even a little bit for, because that's what you wanted to do in the first place, and they're reinforcing your own
What
belief. It's a Johnny Fox effect too,
Max? He's
really.
up. Setup. He's changed, right?
yeah,
Yeah,
well,
I didn't figure he would change. I just thought it was funny to milk him for lulls, and then all.
But that's what he's doing now. He's recently changed the setup again after the admin thing. So he's changed the setup. He's like, see, I can change, and it's all superficial bullshit.
Yeah,
that
I'm certain Zach knew that.
He spent $2,700 Black Friday to quote unquote improve his setup.
Look, man, you could say, "Oh well, the Zach could have not brought that attention to him. He wouldn't have got that money." But who fucking cares?
my whole thing is he probably would
At
have.
this point, I don't care either because he can get all the quote unquote resurgence he wants. He's gonna piss it away.
Well, right, like, look, I I kind of don't like the people that followed King Cobra before he passed, right? I kind of think that they
Right.
led to his passing, but they would do that with him every couple cycles too, you know. Oh, they'd give him a bunch of money and tell him he's doing great to pump him up so that he would keep going with his bullshit. That's pretty much what DSP's quote unquote fan base does anyway. So like if it's anybody's fault he exists, it's the double agent detractors, right? Who
Oh,
try to
I
pretend to
agree.
be his big fans.
Yeah,
Yep.
well, that's the same thing with Mur with I almost said Mersh, but I meant
Merch is
Ralph.
correct as well, though. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, because I was thinking of British Mersh because
Oh my
Brit
god, I always forget about him because he's so forgettable.
well, but like
He's so fucking boring. I'm sorry. Sorry, go ahead, Sam.
I still get notifications for him on Rumble. Like I never watch, but like I just get notifications, and every time it's
I
like
see clips on Twitter of him spurging out every
about
so
yeah
often. That's
about
about all I see of him.
yeah, I see clips of him spurging out about Ralph, and I'm like,
Bro, imagine, like, okay, we just talked about Ralph, but we don't talk about him basically at all. Imagine your life being talking about Ethan fucking Ralph at this in 2025. Bro, if that was me, I would close my accounts on the internet.
yeah,
Like, I would be ashamed of myself. By the way, Humongous out in the chat just released a free demo for his game Home Invaders, is it? Or is it Home Invasion? I don't have it up in front of me, Sam, but he just put out a game that he's been working on for a long time. It's a fun little romp where basically it's a wave shooter where you're defending your home from escalating waves of enemies who are invading your home.
yeah. He sent me a DM on that earlier today. That's really cool. Home Invaders is
Yeah,
what he
Home Invaders.
said.
I was right the first time, but I wanted to get it right. So Home Invaders, I know he put up a direct link to a free demo, and it's going through the Steam approval process now, but I'm sure it'll get up there. So, you know, support independent art, support independent game makers. Uh, I'm sure it's not going to cost very much, but Tay really did put a lot of time and effort in it, and it's a really like decent product. So shout out to Humongous Productions or whatever the fuck you call it out there in the chat. He really is putting some out there, you know. A lot of people say, "Oh, I should make a game." He's made several. So,
Yeah, and
by
you know,
himself.
and Humongous, I don't know if you're comfortable doing, interviews on podcasts or if you've ever done one, but I'd be happy to have you on.
He sits online talking all the time, so I'm sure he could come on and
He
answer
can
some
come
questions.
on bits and bones if he wants.
Yeah, that would even be like even better.
I'm all
honestly.
for it.
Yeah, I mean, look,
$5. Hey, there you go. You heard it here first. Home Invaders coming to Steam, $5. Free demo available now. I would also say send me some of the information in a DM on Twitter, Tay, and I'll like do a promo tweet for it because I have a
yeah,
lot of like independent game people that follow me, and I want to help you out. Right? I don't want to. So I want to like put out a professional looking tweet for you.
yeah, as will I. So should we get the so I don't know where you want to
By
start,
the way, the
Max.
game is basically about invoking your right to self-defense, which we wholeheartedly approve of.
Yes, that is super that is super based.
Yes.
And yeah,
And I know
and
for a fact he's got weapon variety even and a lot. Like it's fully 3D. I believe he made all the art himself because that's the thing he does. So it looks great. It's the
yeah,
nicest game he's made. He's made several of them that he's given away for free. This one is a love effort on his part, and it'll be out soon. I'll definitely try and throw up a review for it, actually.
yeah. Um, I don't know if
Yeah, he doesn't use Twitter. You can DM me on Discord. Just send me like the thumbnail for the game, the trailer, and the download link, and I'll put something together for you.
yeah, and also more you typed into the private Rumble
Yeah, I
chat, so
see that.
Oh God,
I'm
he's
an
giving
idiot.
away the private chat. Now they're gonna know.
nah, it's
Humongous. I'll DM you on Discord after the show.
yeah. So I mean that's awesome though. Look, I do want to put this out there. I know I've been
Hey, you could give $5 to DSP, or you could buy a game about beating off home invaders. Well, not beating them off, but you know what I mean.
But that sounds kind of fun.
Well, that game is a visual novel for the ladies, where you beat off the home invaders. This one is where you beat them back, I guess.
you just
I don't know, Tay. Are you beating any of them off in the game? Is there any?
you just I just know that somewhere out there's probably some like erotica or something that some
No,
woman.
but when his game becomes popular, Sam, there's gonna be home invaders erotica, of course.
Oh, of course.
Rule 34.
Yeah.
Somebody's gonna get stuck or something.
Yeah.
Help, big bro. I'm stuck in the washer.
Yeah.
Talking about the porn spinoff of Tay's new game, which you could get on Steam soon, coming soon for $5. Home Invaders.
Yeah, that how a problem also like to buy a game for $5, you can't even buy like French fries for $5 anymore.
That's right.
Or a $5 footlong.
Can't even
Yeah.
get a blowjob for $5 no more.
Max.
Would that really be a quality blowjob, Max?
Nobody's talking about quality when you're talking about $5 blowjobs.
Had to ask.
Oh, speaking of
What?
which, I have a list, Sam. I was prepared this week. I was ready to go.
Yeah.
I know I've been slacking on that. And I went for a walk, right before the show. I came in just in time, and I got this list ready, top 10 list, and definitely wasn't slacking at all.
Well, sometimes the impromptu lists are the best lists. But before we do that, I want to
No, this one
ask
is fully prepared and ready to go. I really put in the work this time. I made a list because I didn't have one, and I was like, oh man, I keep forgetting to come up with a list. I better have a list this week. And luckily I put in the work and we got a list.
That's awesome.
Do you have the list? He said he wanted to do something first. Oh, he wants to do something first. What do you want to do first?
So I have two clips. One is Tim Pool, which is the painful one to watch, and then the other one is Erika Kirk.
Oh no.
So,
Are you gonna infest my algorithm back with Tim Pool? It took me years to get rid of him.
no, well,
Yep, and it's not even Mort's fault this time.
well, yes. This is my equivalent. This is my equivalent when Mort does. I had to see it now. You do too. Of course, someone sent this to me. So which one do you want to see? Do we want to get the bad clip of Tim Pool ranting out first, or do we want to see the based Erika Kirk one first?
Do you have the one where his hat gets pulled off and he's bald?
That's
my favorite.
No, but in this rant against Candace Owens, he does spurg it so much that the beady does kind of like flop.
He's mad wow bald, so he's malding.
Yes.
Based. Okay. We'll watch the one where he's malding is my pick, Sam.
Yeah, this rant he does is actually hilarious. It is actually kind of hilarious, like how
I know there's been
mad
Tim Pool drama the past couple weeks or whatever. It's him, so I can't be asked to even look into it most of the time because he's so fucking annoying and bland.
I know, but people have asked me for my reaction to this, so I guess
fair enough. Well, we give the people what they want here.
Yeah, and that's
when we don't.
And that's the only reason why we're doing this is because the people want. So
not because of you, Tim Pool, the dim fool.
So starting off here,
I'm not clever.
Unless Rumble oh geez, I got rumbled for the first time.
He got rumbled! Hey, we should have a button that plays like fireworks every time you get rumbled.
I'll be back.
Then here I am alone. This is where the firework button would fucking come in handy, wouldn't it, chat? Is he coming back? Am I all alone? What's happening, Sam?
I'm back.
Oh, okay. Cool.
Anywho. So starting off, we have Tim Pool.
Sam, I'm only embarrassing if you have shame.
I mean, Tim Pool has no shame, but he's still embarrassing. So,
he should have me on. That would be fun.
I would
make bald jokes at him for an hour.
So I want to point out that people got like really mad at us that we called Candace Owens a hoe, but he just flat out called Candace Owens a cunt.
Hold on. Female check. Excuse me. I gotta ask a female. Is it worse to be called a hoe or a cunt?
I actually am curious about that.
Cause like we called her a hoe, but Tim Pool called her a cunt. Which is worse?
Do you want me to play the clip for like context?
No, it doesn't matter.
Yes, please.
Cunt is worse than hoe?
Which is why it's my favorite word and I use it more, yeah.
Oh, that's some cunt bullshit right there.
Yeah, hoe has kind of lost its like oomph because of just what they've done with the culture. So yeah.
Yeah, I guess you gotta let a hoe be a hoe.
That's why cunt is one that you save for special occasion because it's like the best one.
Okay. Well, let's see.
Yeah.
I mean, dude, if he just wants to say the worst word he can at her, I think if there's another one, then it's never mind.
I think that the evidence we have seen thus far, Occam's razor, suggests Robinson is the likely culprit. We will see what happens in the trial when evidence is presented, but there's literally no other story. Just a bunch of fucking retards on the internet saying stupid shit. And what that does is the organization that helped.
Real quick, I want to point out, Max, that that maybe you should consider like suing him for like stealing your act. The anger rant is kind of like our thing, and he's stepping on it. Or he's stealing it.
I didn't know he could fake anger so well. It's been a long time since I've seen him. I thought he was made out of metal and he worked on circuits. That's why he's got such a shiny chrome top. It's where the service plate is when they need to work on his brain and tell him the new talking point that he needs to say.
Well, now apparently he got the based Cripple Man firmware update. It's about fucking time.
Okay.
Get Donald Trump elected, which needs to persist. You don't got to be a fan of it, but it certainly will help get individual congressional candidates elected and stop Democrats from launching new committees and putting more people in prison like Steve Bannon and Peter Navarro. Instead, it's being gutted by fucking psychopaths telling people to pull their donations. So when this organization burns to the ground, or whatever the fuck happens to it, maybe they're fine. The organization that's rallying young people, causing a shift in the political leanings of a generation for the first time in history, is now in dire straits. Their leader and founder murdered, and prominent pieces of human trash are trying to destroy it. It's fucking evil. So you know what? When someone pulls in front of my property and fires on it several times, I'm sitting here looking at these vile pieces of shit and thinking to myself, for what purpose will I stick my neck out if this is what happens after Charlie Kirk is killed? Candace Owens is a fucking evil scumbag. She is a degenerate cunt. She is burning everything down.
Max, I have to say, that's the first time I agree with Tim Pool. I just want to put that out there for the record. But again, broken clock can be right like once in a blue moon.
No, that's the problem I have with Tim Pool, is that sometimes he is right. When it's not hard to be right, he's always right. When it's easy to be right, Tim Pool will be there 100% of the time. When it's hard to be right, it's very rare.
Yeah, that was kind of my point in bringing that up like this morning on X. I mean, I saw you retweeted it, and that was my whole thing. It's like, wow, you said the thing that like I said 3 weeks ago, basically.
Yeah, well, immediately upon seeing the challenge of a debate, we all just sat here and said she's gonna weasel out of it. It's not hard to predict things like that.
Yeah. And I mean, look, if Tim Pool was shot at, like, that sucks, and that shouldn't.
Well, hold on. The allegation, and I'll take it at face value, is that his home was shot at and that no one was injured. And that's terrible if that's true. But again, he has a habit of things having happened, like swattings and stuff, and then nobody gets arrested and nobody mentions it again. And it just seems like he gets to use it for victim points. He gets more fans, he gets more donations, but nothing ever comes of it. After a certain point in time, I'm skeptical of a person like that. Tim Pool walks away with his hands clean from everything at all times, even including being paid directly by Russia.
Oh yeah. I'm glad you brought that.
The fact that he walked away from that is ridiculous.
Yeah. I didn't forget. Pepperidge Farms remembers.
Well, that's the other thing too. Is like, people are asking now who Candace is getting funded by, and she's like angry that people are asking that, and I think that's a legit like question of who's funding her.
Oh, but it's fine to scream about people getting $7,000 from Israel, but when they ask Candace where she's getting paid, all of a sudden it's not fair.
Yeah, I got another idiot who was like, "Oh, I can't wait for you to get your $7,000 or something." So,
Can you
honestly, I
point out
like.
one of these grifters that say extreme
Is that
things? I don't.
$7,000 a piece, or is that $7,000 split 3 ways?
I mean, it's 7,000 according to the people who spoke about the Jews. It's 7,000 a pop. So
Like, you gotta
for each of us,
understand.
more.
You,
I could live with that. Give me that.
Yeah.
it's like I forget where I was going. Never mind.
If it comes back to you, let me know. So
gloating and smiling while she does it. And you know what you fucking told me? She has no security. She doesn't fucking deal with the shit we have to deal with. She's a piece of shit. She's making everyone else suffer. And all of these fucking conservatives out there that send me these fucking messages have no fucking balls to call her out. More and more people have started doing it. They send me these fucking messages. Good for you, Tim. Good for you, Tim. I wasn't the first person to do it. I'm not going to take credit for that. But don't fucking DM me like I did something for you as you fucking cower, scared that she'll put you on her thumbnail and claim you benefited from Charlie Kirk's assassination, which he's doing to me right fucking now.
Yeah, that was the.
So I actually
Hold on, Sam. He did benefit from Charlie Kirk's assassination, and so did she. They
Yeah.
both did. Every one of these fucking grifters did.
Yeah.
If you made 1 cent by screaming his fucking name, then you too are one of them. Did he not
Yeah.
have donation thons after fucking Charlie's been killed where he mentioned the man by name and what happened to him? Has he not talked about the case on his fucking radio show for content for months? You're gonna like, I'm sorry, but if you're one of these people making money talking about the case, then to call another person saying that they're benefiting off of it, yes, you are too, Tim Pool. You both are.
Yeah.
That's why I think you're both grifting pieces of shit. Go ahead and fight.
Yeah.
Grifter fight.
Yeah. Grifter fight. So basically that's kind of the clip I wanted to play with that. So then we also have Candace Owens who's saying, "Oh, well, Erika Kirk, she won't speak out at all or talk." Well, Candace, you spoke a bit too soon. Let me see if I can pull this one up. So, whoops, wrong one. So this was actually kind of like a breaking clip that I saw before the show. So Erika was actually on Fox News.
Point USA family, my Charlie Kirk show family.
And someone asked about all these, conspiracy theories, and this is what she had to say. So, and she in her rant only took 2 minutes. So versus Tim's.
By the way, Sam, when there was a shooting outside of my house, I didn't grift off of it at all.
Well,
Why not, Mac?
I didn't. I didn't get any money. That was like 2 years ago. I talked about it on the show.
Well, Max, that's
Why no grifty grift?
that
I don't
that
know. I guess that's our problem, huh? We should be DSPing it up.
yeah. I mean,
Sam, are you on WWE Supercard yet?
no.
Eh.
And I don't have like a league of.
Well, what about WWE champions?
I don't have that. I don't have a Raid Shadow Legends sponsorship either. So
Why the hell not?
Yeah. What's wrong with you?
we don't grift enough. We only sell
Okay,
books.
so this is from what? Fox News, right? Erika went on Fox News.
Yeah, this is from like this afternoon too.
Well,
Right.
I'm gonna say
So
don't even pause this one unless needed. Let her rip.
yeah. So all these grifters have been saying, "Oh, why won't you address any of this, Erica?" Well, she did, and bunch of y'all look like clowns now.
Come after me, call me names, I don't care. Call me what you want, go down that rabbit hole, whatever. But when you go after my family, my Turning Point USA family, my Charlie Kirk Show family, when you go after the people that I love, and you're making hundreds and thousands of dollars every single episode going after the people that I love because somehow they're in on this, no.
You know, I have to say it. I've never seen you like this.
No, this is righteous anger because this is not okay. It's not healthy. This is a mind virus. Yes, I believe in our judicial system. I do. We have a hell of a team working on this. Excuse my French. But this is not okay.
So you want to put these people back in the box where they've been creeping from?
I don't care what box you're in. But just know that your words are very powerful and we are human. My team are not machines and they're not robots. They are human. We have more death threats on our team and our side than I have ever seen. I have kidnapping threats. You name it, we have it. And my poor team is exhausted. And every time they bring this back up, what are we supposed to do? Relive that trauma all over again? They watched my husband get murdered. I have no idea how I would have reacted if I was there that day. And thank the good Lord that I did not have to see that happen. But my team, they are rocked to the core. So why every single day do they have to be dragged through the mud, analyzed, hyper-analyzed?
You know,
sit in a corner and cry and be in fetal position.
Content.
This is a duty to my husband and it's an absolute honor. And I will never back down. And so my message to them is to stop. To stop.
Sadly, they won't.
No, they're farming content, and on the one hand, it's good, I guess, for her to make this statement. On the other hand, it's not going to discourage these type of people.
No.
It will encourage them, if anything. Now she's responded, right?
Yeah, she's responded, and by the way, Candace had initially said if Erica responded, she wouldn't say anything. Well, guess what? Again, she moved the goalposts, and that's the problem.
Of course she did.
And that's the problem I find with most conspiracy theorists is even if you give them the answer, it's never good enough. It never is good enough.
Yeah, and frankly, this is all supposed to be a shit show for us to pay attention to instead of much more important matters, to be honest with you. I understand that solving the murder of a man who is a public figure that a lot of people care about is an important matter. I'm not saying it's not, but it's certainly bogging down the debate about several other much more important issues to everyday folks like me.
Yeah. Same here.
If you got time to sit and wallow around in the conspiracy rabbit holes and determine which ones is true and which ones you need the tinfoil for and which ones are fake, I'm not going to sit here and say, oh, they're all fake.
They're all true, goddammit.
Sorry?
I said they're all true, goddammit.
Yeah, well, I don't know. I'm not going to sit here and hash out what is and isn't because I don't got time and energy to do that most of the time, you know? Like, people think that you're going to read through the same rabbit hole that they went through to figure out their thought process, right? And for most people, I was saying this before we went on the air, Sam, for most people, they don't even know that this debate is happening. At all.
No. Yeah, that's the interesting thing.
They don't know who Candace Owens is, or they barely know who she is. They know who Erika Kirk is. Most people actually just accept the Tyler Robinson story and move on with their lives, and they're not thinking that much about the details of this case. They're just not.
Right.
That's not to say they've forgotten Charlie Kirk either. It's just like people have lives, bro.
Yeah. They do. I guess that's the real. I guess that's like the really weird disconnect for me is like this is a pretty like open and shut case, but the fact that the grifters have been able to, you know, get this much attention off of, uh, turning his death into blood sports, basically, like, man,
Yeah,
people,
notice it's all the same people for the most part, except for Erika.
yeah, it's,
Charlie, by the way, wouldn't be engaging in any of this shit. I know that for a fact because a lot of the people doing it are people he wouldn't engage with.
yeah, I actually did like a vlog on Substack about that yesterday. I said this. I mean, it's on the channel too, so you can watch my little impromptu stream. But
I did, Sam. You were cooking.
yeah,
Looking
I
good.
was
I
I was
commented on it and everything.
I was a little angry. Yeah, I mean, I still kind of am because people are like, oh, well, you didn't know Charlie that well. And I'm like, well, that argument doesn't mean anything
My God.
because
The same people were running to you asking you because you knew him better than everybody, right?
yeah,
A couple months ago when he actually died, people were like, "Oh, Sam, you knew him." And you were like, "Well, not all that well, but yes." And
yeah,
then now it's like you didn't know him all that well. That's what he fucking said from day one.
yeah. And my point in bringing that up is, look, I didn't know him that well, but like I find it really the thing that I'm angry about Candace mostly is that like she claimed to be his best friend. Uh and with friends like that, who needs enemies?
I'm going to tell you this, Sam. If
Who
you're
the fuck needs enemies?
like I don't believe that claim for one reason alone. If you're a man and your best friend is a woman and it's not your wife, that's bad.
Yeah.
Facts.
Yeah, I mean that's the
Your
simplest
best
thing.
friend could be a man. If it's not your wife, it could be a man. But if it's a woman, that's bad.
Yeah, yeah, that's true.
Might
Um
not apply to single guys, but it definitely applies to a married guy, especially one who is serious about marriage and family, as Charlie Kirk, by all accounts, seemed to be. So I
well
don't believe that she was his best friend. I believe they were friends.
well and Candace has also kind of let it slip, and I can even confirm this that like that Charlie and I both kind of suffered from the you know, we were both kind of too close to know when, if girls liked us at times. And like I've seen I've gone back and watched clips of Candace, and it's clear that he was kind of aloof that she liked him a bit. And I think that's where a lot of this stems from. I ultimately think that Candace
She's jealous.
is yeah, she's jealous, and that's why it's so disgusting is rather than
And it's a great opportunity she's realized to open her mouth and make lots of money and attention out of it.
yeah. I mean, this is the ultimate like
And
jaded.
don't take that the wrong way, Sam, because I think that Tim Pool's little rant there is him doing the same thing.
Oh yeah.
He's just taking the side of the widow, but at the end of the day, he's using this man for content as much as Candace Owens is.
Yeah. Um
As much
I
as we all did, and that's the thing, is like, I mean, we weren't using it for content as much as it's a topic that everybody's talking about, but because we talked about it, it's hard to cast stones, ain't it?
yeah. And look, if people want to call me a grifter for talking about it, well, I don't really care part of the reason why I'm talking about it is because people have asked me to talk about it, and also because, like, the few times I have talked about it, that's the other thing is
Oh, you
YouTube.
tried to not talk about it.
Well, YouTube's algorithm, I will say though, more like it kind of like my Douglas Murray video on on his whole thing with
YouTube algorithm is now a hate watch algorithm. It seems to me.
yeah, that's all it is. I actually re-uploaded the Kyle Mills interview to the backup channel, and someone DM'd me on Twitter and was like, that interview was good, and I follow a lot of authors, on YouTube. Why wasn't that in my algorithm? And I said, well, because it wasn't like dramatic enough. It wasn't, it wasn't edgy. YouTube's
It's funny because our actual shows are like over the top too edgy. Right?
Right.
But like our branding it's not edgy in the immediate sense enough for YouTube.
Yeah, it's
crazy. Because you could clip moments of almost any one of our shows and then use things we said as the title, and it would probably get more clicks.
Yes, that's literally happened.
But we're not good shills like that.
The Candace Owens, thing that you and I did a few weeks ago, where we called her a whore. The stream of that didn't do all that well, but the clip, the little like YouTube Shorts or whatever, has like 3,000 views.
I'll tell you, Sam, this list is clip worthy.
Ah, yes. Now that we got
that I prepared diligently from the sweat of my brow.
Yeah. So now that we got the clips, let's do a palate cleanse with a list. What's on your mind tonight, Max?
Yeah, I got this here top 10 list. It took me all this time to think of. I worked really hard on it, and I totally wrote this today, and now we're gonna read it together, all of us, as if I'm gonna pretend like I didn't write it to make it look. Top 10 things Maxine is forcing Max to say because he didn't have a list prepared.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I worked really hard on this list, Sam. Number 10, Maxine is the best wife ever. This is true.
Yeah, well that is true.
Just things I was thinking I needed to put on the list. 9, 50 Shades of Grey is a good trilogy. Well, there's got 3 parts, so I'll give her that.
Wait, there's a trilogy?
I wrote this.
Yes, there's 3 books.
Yes, there's 50 Shades, and then there's like 50 Shades Dirtier, and then there's like 50 Shades the Dirtiest.
50 Shades of Grey. Oh shit.
50 Shades of Grey 2, 100 Shades.
I haven't read the books in a while.
And then 50 Shades of Grey 3, 150 Shades. Number 8, Ghosts Are Real.
50 Shades of Grey, 50 Shades Darker, 50 Shades Freed.
Okay, Darker and Freed for all the big 50 Shades fans out there. Number 7, Dingledorf.
Yes.
I don't.
Finally had to say the word.
Number 6, Maxine is better at Sith Riders than I am. Now that's debatable. I've logged more hours.
Oh, look ahead.
Number 5, I secretly wish I had a pair of Mickey Mouse ears. Well, that's yeah, right. Big Disney fan, as you know.
Super Show Max.
Number 4, Maxine's mini brands collection is cool. Not really is that the little food? Yeah, she got a lot of these little food. They're not real food. They're plastic. I don't understand it at all. And there's toys.
Yeah, I mean,
Number 3. I can't say that.
Yes, you can.
I cannot say that.
Say it.
Chicken nuggets are superior to chicken tenders.
Shmooly
That's a
would
lie.
agree. Shmooly would agree with you.
That's
Only
blasphemy.
if they're Dino Nuggies.
Number 2, K-pop Demon Hunters is a great
K-pop
movie.
Demon Hunters. Say it right.
K-pop Demon Hunters is a great movie.
Demon Hunters. Read it back before you.
Oh, I ripped it.
Don't read the last one.
I have to read them back?
Yes.
God damn it.
Always.
That's what I get for writing such a compelling list, Sam. Oh my God, I gotta read them back, huh?
Well, he needs a cigarette break first.
Let's read them back. Top 10 things Maxine is forcing Max to say because he didn't have a list prepared. Number 10, Maxine is the best wife ever. Number 9, 50 Shades of Grey is a good trilogy. Number 8, Ghosts Are Real. Number 7, Dingle Dwarf. Number 6, Maxine is better at synth riders than I am. Number 5, I secretly wish I had a pair of Mickey Mouse ears. Number 4, Maxine's mini brands collection is cool. Number 3, Number 2,
No, say number 3.
Number 3, chicken nuggets are superior to chicken tenders. Number 2, K-pop Demon Hunters is a good movie. And number 1, the top thing that she's making me say, because I didn't prepare a list, Sam, apparently, is I will get Maxine Taco Bell the next time she asks for it.
Can I get Taco Bell tomorrow?
No.
Asshole.
And that's the list.
Why? Okay, I have so many questions. And for the record, I would like to say that I am not a psychiatrist, nor am I a marriage counselor, but I am still more qualified than Dr. Phil. So with that in mind, what did Max do to have to write?
I said, write me a list while I'm out walking. And she said, you'll read it no matter what it says? Uh-huh.
Also, what's wrong with what? Now, see, when it comes to the chicken tenders and chicken nuggets today, I'm of two minds. I take the third option, which is I like both.
The only chicken nuggies that are better than chicken tendies are Dino Nuggies.
The typical fucking politician answer from Sam is that both are good. No, which is better, Sam?
Dino Nuggies.
Chicken.
Now, there was a white meat, dark meat debate, and I said most people who eat dark meat will eat both. This is not like that. One is better. Nuggets or tendies. You can like both, but one is better. Which is it?
I would say that overall tendies.
I do concur.
Now, if we're going restaurant, now Humongous says, and I agree with him, chicken wings are the best. That is true.
Wings isn't part of the debate, though. The debate is tenders and nuggies. See, wings is that I don't want to answer the question kind of bullshit. Yeah, I like breasts too. And also chicken.
Yeah. So, well, I was responding to chat because Humongous said that chicken wings are best, and then he says tendies are way better, but wings are even better. So, um, so yeah. Also,
But that wasn't an option. Steak is better.
oh yeah, well that's true. I
You can
guess
just pick anything.
By the way, I guess Arby's has like steak nuggets now.
Gross.
Well, would you buy steak tenders?
They're called steak tips, Sam.
Fair enough.
Yes. Yes, I would. Get a steak tip sub. We used to marinate when I worked there at the pizza joint. We used to marinate the steak tips like for days, man. That shit tasty.
It is.
White Christmas for autism. Now, I don't mean to put you on the spot here, Sam. But I was thinking, and you know how that goes. It's dangerous, right? But I was thinking the only problem, and that's why I'm glad I got at least you two here, is I was thinking the 19th, but that's a Friday, and you guys do bits and bones. So I mean, we could all do the charity stream, and we'll turn it into bits and bones at 10 p.m.
That's fine.
Yeah. I mean, I will.
Because the whole point is just to raise money for kids with autism, and I reckon you guys would be there anyway.
Yeah.
Yep.
I'll ask the guest I have lined up about that too if Friday works for them. But yeah, that works fine. So Friday the 18th.
It's the 19th. Yeah.
The Friday the 19th at
Well, it's a charity stream, so it would be a long, like I would do the afternoon into the nighttime is the idea.
yes. Yeah,
And
so
you
that would be
guys
cool.
do bits and
I
bones.
might not be
is
able to
fine.
do the whole thing, but I can be in periodically. Yeah.
That's the idea is people come in when they can. Yeah.
Yeah. That would be awesome.
Well, I told you last week I want to do invitations up. We'll probably do them tomorrow now that we get a date hashed out. And it'll be a little invitation you can send out to people to make inviting people easier. For those that aren't aware, this is a yearly tradition where we raise money for the Autism Society. It's White Christmas for Autism, Right to Offend. It's our big charity stream for the year. It's for a good cause. It's for raising money for a cause that just does research on autism without any of the political nonsense that you're used to seeing when it comes to that subject matter from other more popular organizations. And the point of the show will be to talk about Christmas stuff or whatever people really want to talk about and try and drive donations to the Autism Society of America. So that's the plan. And I'd love to have Sam co-host with me as much as he can. We'll get Santa hats. We'll talk about Christmas memories. And we'll be jolly up in this motherfucker.
Yeah. Well, yeah, that's the other thing too is I am it's funny because I am mostly very jolly.
I can
Ex-
tell. Like
Except
people look at Sam and they know he's jolly.
except when I log on to onto political Twitter, then my cheer kind of goes out the window. So honestly, like after the I mean I don't know. We might do a show after Christmas too because that would be fun. But maybe we ought to take maybe we'll take a hiatus too. I don't know. So, um, so, yeah. Also, I don't know. Um, I can't remember if we talked about this last year, but we did get like one person who watched the stream and I guess donated like a lot of money anonymously because of that. So last year, so that was great.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, yeah, and it's a great cause. Obviously, there's been a lot of talk about autism this year because of the Tylenol debate and everything else. But at the end of the day, whatever you think about that debate, you got to understand that there's tons and tons of young men, especially, suffering from autism in a society that doesn't really understand it very well and doesn't understand them very well, and they don't understand it very well either. And I find a lot of young men with autism that can turn around and do great things. It's not the disability people think it is, but we need more information. As you guys know, anything neurological, you constantly guessing about things because the human brain's very complicated.
Yep.
Yeah. Well, no, I actually I interviewed Ryan Permison earlier this year. He's actually the guest I want to invite on, and he's a fellow author, and I talked a lot in depth with him. He's actually a film teacher, and he teaches other college age adults with autism, and um, does a film studies class. He's more nerdy about film than I am, and
I mean,
part of
it's
that,
brought out some interesting people, so I would hope he comes to join because
yeah,
in past we've had Max Derritt, who has a pretty big YouTube channel where he does movie and video game reviews from a psychological examination point. Check him out, by the way, if you're not familiar. Max Derritt, a friend of mine and Shmuley's, a really cool guy. And
the,
he came on a few years ago. We had Kurt Doolittle come on the White Christmas for Autism. Um, a couple of experts in autism a few years ago. I can't remember their names off the top of our head, but we try and keep, a lighthearted tone and talk about Christmas stuff and just raise money to hopefully get the research these kids need to live a better life.
yeah, I think it's a really good cause. So
Mm.
I'm excited for it. There's a lot of negative stuff out there, and in the world, especially these last 3 months. So, uh, you
It's
know,
something we do for a lot of the holidays anyway, right? Around here, is we always talk about the corny ass wholesome stuff we're gonna do because the world is so bleak, man. Hey, I
yeah,
get it. The bleakness and the negativity really does sell. That's kind of why we call a lot of people grifters. It's easy to live in that negativity when you're benefiting from it, I guess. But for the rest of us out here, we're just trying to get by.
yes,
You mean
and
Sam and I would benefit from being grifters and doing the woe is me bullshit?
Yep.
and on that note, uh, Max, I meant to share this on the show last week, but I we didn't. It kind of slipped my mind until the end of the show, ironically. Um, but 10 years ago last week, my uncle Gary passed away, and he was a hugely positive influence on my life. And so I wrote a tribute to him on my Substack, and a lot of people who read it thought I should read it on the show.
By all means, Sam. Like, I'm gonna mute so I don't interrupt.
And I unfortunately wasn't able to do that. So I failed the audience, but I'm making it up to you guys now. So
I just want to say, I even feel the influence your uncle had, because you've mentioned him right since the beginning of me being here as influential to you in many, many ways. So, yeah, if it is obvious that if you wrote something for him, I think you should absolutely read it on the show.
well, I appreciate you saying that, and so let me pull this up here. So, and also I might have to do some edits just because the image I used as the header is way bigger on desktop than I thought, but that's kind of a side note. Anyway, oh, there, okay. So I wrote this last week. Remembering Gary Whitfield, a decade of reflection and gratitude. 10 years after his passing, my uncle's legacy and lessons continues to inspire me daily. I wrote this on December 2nd, 2025. December 2nd, 2015 was when he actually passed. And so it's kind of cropped here, but I'll show I posted the full photo to Instagram, but this is one of the last photos that we took together of Gary and I, so I used it as the header.
Bro, that patented Sam smile right there. I like it. That's a good picture, my friend.
Great pick.
It is. Someone also said that this is like one of the only photos of me out there that they've seen of me clean shaven, and that's actually kind of true.
That's right. And if you donate $500 to the Autism Society, we will shave Sam.
I might actually shave my beard for that.
Yeah. It's 1,000 for me.
1,500 for me.
No, you can't up me like that.
I just did. Well, more.
Damn, I haven't shaved my beard since 2009. You can't be worth more than mine.
2K more face reveal.
Damn.
Ooh.
That means he's serious about the cause.
Yeah. Anyway, though,
I'd be careful though, Mort. You may end up having to do that. We have crossed all of these thresholds in a previous year, just for the record.
Yeah.
Not just from like one big private donor either. So be careful. But the 1,000 for me to shave, I'll stand by that since I said it on the air. My wife would appreciate it.
I'm sure you would. Well, I don't want to. Yeah.
I don't want to do it, but for the kids with autism, it's kind of worth it. Yeah, you do. But if you donate, if you want it to happen, you got to show me the receipt. You don't got to show everybody else. No doxing. I'm not going to show people because we encourage you to donate directly, so you know we don't take any fucking money like these grifters. But if you show me receipts that add up to over 1,000, I will shave it on stream. I'll let her do it.
Can we finally make this happen? I have been waiting for this to happen basically since you started doing this stream. And that would be my Christmas miracle present. Come on, people, band together. It helps two things. Children with autism Maxine to shave Max's beard. Two very great and wonderful causes. First one, obviously more important.
So there you go.
No,
If you want to shave the giant, donate to the Autism Society on that date. But anyway, Sam was in the middle of a heartfelt tribute that he wrote to his uncle,
yeah.
and I
Who,
was interrupting. Like I said, I didn't want to. So
who by the way, really rocked the goatee for most of his life.
I do want to say that's the goatee that's in style for people that are his age now. So he was a trendsetter.
Yeah.
Based.
Yeah. Well, he would be 70. Let's see. He'd be 72 now. So yeah.
Yeah, boomers all decided 5 years ago they were going to get that exact goatee, right?
Yeah, he was ahead of the curve.
Based. Okay.
So yeah.
Now Sam's actually going to start reading it, so no interruptions from me.
So I wrote this on December 2nd for context, but this week marks a poignant milestone. 10 years since my uncle Gary Whitfield left us. In the decade that has passed, his memory hasn't faded. Quite the opposite. Not a single day goes by without some reminder of him, whether it's a fleeting thought during a quiet moment or a profound echo in the decisions I make. Gary was more than family. He was a mentor, a steadfast friend, and during a particularly turbulent period in my life when my relationship with my own father was strained, a true father figure. He remains one of my greatest heroes, not the flawless kind from storybooks, but a real one, complete with his own battles and imperfections. Gary's life was a testament to resilience. For much of his adult life, he grappled with alcoholism, a struggle that could have defined him in the eyes of others. Yet he lived with such vitality and purpose that it often went unnoticed until his later days. As a firefighter, he dedicated himself to serving his community, putting his life on the line to protect others. Professionally and personally, he touched countless lives, and I've been privileged to hear stories from those who knew him. Tales of his bravery, his humor, and his unwavering support for friends and strangers alike. Growing up, I carried a deep-seated need to please everyone around me. My parents, teachers, even the physical therapists who helped me through challenges. It seemed harmless as a child, but in my late teens, it was turning inward, becoming a source of self-doubt and exhaustion. One of our last conversations stands out vividly in my mind. Gary, ever perceptive, voiced his concern about this pattern. We talked for hours, and his words cut through the noise. He urged me to forge my own path, to trust my instincts, even when they clashed with others' expectations. Being kind doesn't mean you have to be agreeable all the time, he said, or let people walk all over you. It was a gentle but firm nudge towards self-empowerment, and I've strived to honor that advice ever since. In the positive aspects of his example, his compassion, and his courage, I found a blueprint for my own life. I often wonder what Gary would make of the world today, with its rapid challenges and uncertainties. I'd like to believe he'd look at my accomplishments over the past 10 years with that same proud smile he always had for me. He'd cheer on my current endeavors, offering that blend of encouragement and honest feedback that made him so special. In the end, Gary was a man conquered by his demons. He was someone who rose above them, crafting a remarkable life filled with love, help for those in need, and genuine connection. His legacy isn't just in the fires he fought or in the life he saved. It's in the quiet ways he inspired us all to be better, flaws and all. Thank you for everything, Gary. We love and miss you more than words can say. And
Amen.
yeah, that's my tribute to him and his fire helmet, which I've posted on social media before. I'm literally looking at it right now. That's what's in front of my desk when I do the show. So,
Real quick, in chat, they says, "Can I send toys to an address for the autistic children?" No. What it is the Autism Society engages in a lot of like clinical research about autism, the hard science kind of stuff. That like groups like Autism Speaks are more doing like social advocacy and political advocacy. So yeah, we're just doing the Autism Society. Hey, if you want to donate to kid toys for tots, that's probably easy to find locally though, and I support that too.
I would say if you
This
want
is
to
a
do
year a lot of people need a lot of charity. So if you have
Absolutely.
stuff to give, definitely find a local place to help somebody out somewhere.
to that end, I would actually say that Toys for Tots specifically would be a good charity to donate because, like, speaking of Gary, he did lots of work. He and the fighters in Telluride did a lot of work with Toys for Tots.
Yeah. I mean, the point for the what we're doing is to draw attention to the Autism Society, because Autism Speaks is a giant organization to the point that even if you don't know about them, you've seen their symbols, like the puzzle piece and all of this stuff. And they really control the narrative on autism and all most of the research. Whereas the Autism Society of America, they focus less on like political activists, left leaning especially, and they work really hard on like what is autism on a fundamental level, how do their brains work, what's the neurology, and the other thing is, and this is I guess my personal bias, that they look for methods that don't involve medicating children as a first resort, which Autism Speaks looks to as the first resort. So if you're worried about over medication of children with autism, that's why I support the Autism Society. That's why we do the White Christmas for Autism charity stream every year.
yeah,
Sorry.
it, and even though like I don't have even though I don't have autism, one of the things that appeals to me about the Autism Society versus something like Autism Speaks is Autism Speaks, uh, whether they do it intentionally or not, they seem to demean people with autism as almost being less than human, I
If you
feel.
remember, Sam, there was that story I told you where we were at the campground swimming and we ran across a mother who had two children with autistic kids. And she introduced her kids to us and our son as, oh, he's level 2 and he's level 3 autism. And I'm like, levels? What is this, a video game? That's Autism Speaks come up with the levels thing, I guess.
Yeah, that yeah, that's it's stuff like that that, like, really irritates me. Also, that's, like, the whole thing with, the transgender thing, like, needing to constantly introduce, like, pronouns and whatnot. It's like, why do all that? Like,
Well, another thing is like the experiential stuff. So, with Autism Speaks, they encourage heavily that you should isolate children from things when they have sensory issues. Like if a kid doesn't like loud sounds, that you should put earmuffs on them and stuff like that. But the Autism Society says it's quite the opposite. That like routine, because kids with autism respond so well to routine, acclimating them to things they don't like is easier than you think, but protecting them from it will never get them acclimated, you see? It's
Yeah.
things
Well,
like that that make me support them as an organization. And like I said, we've been running this. I think we missed 1 or 2 years, but in total, it's been almost 10 years of doing the stream, and we've raised. I'd have to look at my notes, but I think we've raised close to $10,000 total.
wow.
Well, some of the bigger name people that I mentioned had dropped in donations, and then other people like the cause. Like I say, it's a cause that sells itself, to be quite honest with you, because we're internet guys, right? And guarantee you've met young guys with autism that you know damn well have potential. And you also know damn well that the last 10 years, cat ladies have been preaching at them constantly, right?
Yeah. Well, that's why I was just saying. I don't like how autism speaks like others. You know, individuals with autism,
I
and
think
it's
they're
That's my biggest
responsible.
issue.
I think Autism Speaks, personally, this is my opinion, is responsible for the word retarded being associated, especially by older people, with autism, because it never was before. Autism,
I
you can see an example of this, Sam. The movie Rain Man came out in the 80s, and they didn't treat it as he was retarded. They didn't call him retarded in that movie. Retarded was a clinical term at the time. If he was retarded, they would have
right,
said that, right?
right,
But Autism Speaks, because Autism Speaks made a point to say don't say. They're the ones that started the don't say the R word. They started it. And what that did is it made boomers especially think that if you're not allowed to say retarded anymore, and autism just came out of nowhere for them, they just think that you call retarded people autism now. That's what they've done. And that's not true at all. Autism is a neurological disorder that is completely disconnected from IQ. Motherfucker. Learn your fucking facts. Most neurological disorders, by the way, are disconnected from IQ.
right. But yeah, but you know, most boomers in particular don't know that.
Well, fuck, they know who Stephen Hawking is. Right?
Yeah.
You would
He was
hope.
like a human neurological disorder. And they all know he was a genius. So figure that out.
Well, apparently, I've told you the story of like apparently
I don't
more.
care how smart he was, Sam. You are 10 times more functional as a human being than him. Well,
Well,
now
you
it's
know,
infinite times
well,
because he's dead. But when he was alive,
well, yeah, but also when he. So I was in college when he died,
did
and I
you
think
ever think about pretending to be mute so you could get one of them voice things? I would if I was you. I'd be like, I'd spend like a year not talking to anybody just so they gave me one.
um.
I would try that, Max, but my problem is I can't tolerate stupid very well, so I'd have to speak up when somebody pissed me off.
True.
Well, the thing with
But
me,
would it be worth it to get the voice thing so then you could tell people off with it?
Then you just pretend
That would be fun.
it's a miracle. He pissed him off so much he can speak.
That's right.
again.
Turns out the cure to any neurological problem is rage.
well, I like
Facts.
I like yapping too much, so
Well, I know
like,
for a fact if you pissed Sam off enough, you could cure him from he'd get up out of his wheelchair.
but maybe that's what Candace is trying to do.
She's trying to perform a miracle on you, Sam. She wants you to get up so you can bench slap that hoe.
She wants
Oh
Sam
no, now her
off,
fans are gonna be even more mad at me. Oh, he's threatening violence. Yeah,
she wants Sam off the PCP because that's the way he currently stands
all
up.
fucking 130 pounds of Sam is the threatening thing. She'll never see him coming rolling up in his wheelchair, right? It's the perfect Manchurian case. I love how these people are so obsessed with somebody's out to kill me that make it happen. I'm sorry, but that's what's happening to a lot of these like internet people. Is they're so obsessed with death threats that they start screaming about them, and then the kind of guys that send death threats, you know what that tells them? That you're sensitive to them. So they send more.
Yeah.
And then
I
you freak out. And then some other guy's like, oh man, if you make Tim Pool a little scared, he'll do a little screamy rant. So they go and they like shoot in the air near his house. And then he does exactly what they think. Bro, Tim, if you actually were legitimately worried about this kind of stuff, you wouldn't talk about it on the air. You would leave your security to your security people and the police. And if they have comments on it, then that's fine. But because he invokes it all the fucking time, this is why I'm sus of that guy.
Yeah, also, I do want to point out because notice Erika Kirk mentioned in that uh, in that 2-minute clip we played that, she gets death threats all the time, which I believe, and I know for a fact that Troy did, even when he was alive.
Yeah.
But, like, I've even gotten death threats, but, like, I don't feel the need to broadcast
You
it.
got a bunch the other week just because of that Candace clip. They
Yeah.
were all obviously bots and bullshit. That's why we don't even bother with it. Everybody gets that. If you do a fucking stream on the internet, you're going to get death threats. If you have strong opinions on the internet, you're going to get death threats.
Yeah.
Even
If you
just
look at somebody
dealing
the
with
wrong way on
Cantwell
the
at
internet,
all,
you're
I
gonna
got
get death
fucking
threats.
all kind of threats.
There's only been one time where I actually like there was only one time where I wouldn't really even say I felt like threatened, but I called my local police department to let them know, hey, I'm a guy who participates on the internet, so if you get any weird calls, call.
Hello, officer. I am a gentleman who participates on the internet, and I have some information for you. Fucking Sam.
Fucking nerd.
Pretty much.
Yes, I am concerned about a comment I received on the internet. I
No,
was told to call the cyber police.
well,
Mr.
no,
Did
Sam.
you take your fedora too, Sam?
well, no, it was more like if you get any weird calls, don't send a SWAT team to my house or
And then on the
anything.
flip side, Sam, if you listen to other people, I'm the guy doing all kinds of shit like that. Which is, it's funny when like bad things happen to some of the people that don't like me, they always assume I'm doing that. If only they knew that what I'm actually doing, and I have evidence here. Hold on. Oh wait, no, my shoes are over there. What I'm actually probably doing is walking like 12 miles, motherfucker, and I don't even have my phone on me or nothing. I'm just out in the world touching grass.
Yeah, don't you love living rent free in people's head though, Max? That
And
even
hey,
just like a little bit.
I wished Cantwell a Merry Christmas in his new home for the holidays. Cell block A, Sam. A, because he used to be called the anarchist atheist asshole. So he's on cell block A.
That's very fitting. So I actually have a question about Christopher Cantwell. Does he have like any like does he have any like actual relatives that like aren't totally degenerate?
Okay, so he has a family. He has a mom and dad, and I believe his mom is a college professor. His dad is a lawyer, and his brother is like a electrician. And they've denounced the fuck out of him. They're like liberals, dude.
So he's the only weirdo.
Yeah, like he's the black sheep of the family for sure. I'm good friends with his former best friend, Eddie Dunn. We bonded over the fact that we both think Cantwell's lost his fucking mind. And Eddie Dunn, his best friend since childhood, doesn't want anything to do with him either because he's a druggo.
Well, because
And now he's grooming kids, and Eddie has 4 children, so that's concerning to him. He doesn't want this guy around his kids.
why I asked that. I asked that partially like as a joke, but also partially serious because like imagine that Chris Cantwell did come home for Christmas like that would be like an awkward that would be like a really
They
awkward
changed their name, so it would be really dramatic, right? They did everything to distance themselves from him. And even after that, Sam, because I believe Mrs. Cantwell is a good-hearted person. I talked to her personally. Look, I've been digging on this guy. Eventually, spoiler, me and several other people in the Cantwell following community are probably going to write a biography about this all at the end of the day when his story is told. But in that process, I did talk to his mother, and I asked her about that. And yeah, they changed their name because like they lived in Long Island, Sam, and they were prominently known people, and their son was on Vice screaming the N-word and chanting "Jews will not replace us," waving guns around. Then, like what, days later, he's on the news crying like, "Oh, please, please don't hurt me." Could you imagine? That's her son. And I want to just for a second, like all jokes aside, be sympathetic that her and his father are rightly completely ashamed of their son. And I talked to them and I tried to be actually, it ended up a lot nicer conversation than I thought. I had never talked to his brother. His brother's just a normal dude and he doesn't like that shit either, right? Like they're from New York. Of course, they're not like white nationalists or nothing. And yeah, and then they see him doing all the drugs and stuff. And what his mother said is that really he has an alcohol and drug problem is what she thinks is the real problem. And then he won't get help for it. And he's going to end up dead or in jail was what she said. That was about 2017 I talked to her. And he ended up in jail that time. And then again, and now again. So she was right about the jail part. And so, yeah, if he showed up, it would be like, did you ever see the episode of South Park where Charles Manson comes to the home for fucking Christmas dinner?
I did actually. That's why I had to ask the question.
Speaking of which, segue, Sam. I have been doing a lot of looking into something really obscure. The history of the CIA. And I don't even mean conspiracy theories. I mean like legitimate what's the CIA like, right? And one of the side tangents that I think a lot of people are starting to come back to that I'd previously done several things about, but they're gone now because they were on Streamy, and I've mentioned it on this show quite a bit. Charles Manson, Sam. So I don't have all the info together for the Cantwell 4 stream yet, although I did get his cell and everything today, that was today, fresh off the press, Sam. This is the first show that has the whereabouts of Chris Cantwell. Yeah. Yeah. And everybody that cares is here anyway, so it's fine. But I am going to do a Cringe Coffee House reaction, I guess, to something that I feel is more relevant than ever. Sam, I see a lot of people now talking about the documents released in 2019 regarding the CIA's involvement through the MK Ultra program with the Haight-Ashbury Free Medical Clinic. Do you know anything about this?
Yeah, I actually did hear that like the CIA funded a clinic that like all the
we have
hippies.
more than just like rumor on this. We have the documents to back that up. The free clinic where most of the hippies went, where they were getting both LSD and speed given to them by the doctors,
Yeah.
was given tons of funding and cover money from the CIA
Of
to
course
do
it was.
covert research. This is not speculation. This is not a conspiracy theory. This is a fact. One of the clients, Sam, that was there all the time was one Charles Manson. Now, with that now proven, could we not ask one question, Sam? I hear everybody that ever talks about the Manson murders, quote unquote, never questions one thing. That Charles Manson killed somebody. And more than that, he was there and an active participant, or he told them to do it. Nobody ever questions what's his side of the story. Because now that the CIA involvement is proven beyond a shadow of a doubt, maybe it's worth hearing out what he has to say.
Well, he's dead now, isn't he?
He is dead. But Sam, he talked extensively about his side of the story. And in fact, he even went and testified in court about his story. Do you know what happened? The judge ruled that the jury wasn't allowed to hear him testify in his own defense because he has
That's
mind control powers.
What the fuck?
This is true. Look it up. He was not allowed to defend himself on the stand in front of the jury. The judge was there. The court was there. The lawyers were there. They asked questions, but the jury was pushed out of the room because they were so afraid that he might mind control the fucking jury that he would get off. Everybody who testified said he basically suggested that they do this. Nobody testified except for Tex fucking Watson, and I'll get to him, that he told them to do anything like this. The only person saying that is a guy called Tex Watson. By the way, if you're not aware, he's the one that did the stabbings, shootings, and every other thing himself. Admittedly.
Uh-huh.
Yep.
So, what did Charles Manson say happened? I have the answer, Sam, and it comes from a very hidden, not shown documentary where a guy goes and just asks the man himself, and he shows you the answers. The documentary is called Charles Manson Superstar. We're going to watch the Redux edition, which includes extra footage from 2012. And I'm going to do a cringing over coffee probably tomorrow about that. Because it keeps coming up that people wonder why I think that, yes, I'm going to just say it. Charles Manson didn't kill anybody. He didn't tell anybody to kill anybody, and the whole Manson murders, in my humble opinion, stinks like a glowy op.
It probably was a
Well, we know where he's getting the fucking speed and the LSD now from the leaked CIA documents, so it kind of at least they were feeding these people drugs. Isn't that something to fucking look into?
Now, see,
goddamn, we got all these conspiracy theories, Sam, but if you look at what the fucking CIA actually does, you don't need a conspiracy theory for your fucking smoke to start shooting out of your fucking ears.
Right. Yeah. Well, that's
the left seems to have forgotten that. And now the right is starting to forget it again too, but the fucking intelligence agencies have never been our friend.
No.
But they will be. Once they hear that I said that, they'll be a good friend and they'll make sure that I say all the right things.
Uh-huh. Yeah, they totally will. So, but yeah,
I'm not planning on doing anything to anyone or myself, Sam. I love America, and this show is great, and I plan to continue doing it. All I'm saying is the CIA is a little shady, just a little, and I think that we should listen to the madman Charles Manson and see if you can make sense of his madness. And if so, maybe you can understand why I'm a madman.
Well, you've got me hooked. So I'll definitely tune into that episode of the Cringe Coffee House.
I too am hooked.
So yeah, I think
What do you know about Ottawa, Sam?
what do I know about Ottawa? I know that's the noise I make like if I get super faced.
I could see that. He's like, Ottawa! Ottawa! That means more beer in drunk Sam.
Yeah.
And the drunk more.
Air, water, trees, animals, Sam. Ottawa.
So that's what I'm yelling
when you get to the bottom, you go back to the top of the slide. You know? If you know, you know.
So wait, is the CIA like drunk controlling me? And is the CIA like doing like oh I should know this as a thriller writer. Is the CIA trying to MK Ultra me every time I get like massively shit faced? Is that what you're telling me, Max?
No.
Yes.
Yes. Maybe.
Don't say yes just because Mort said it.
Which is funnier? I think, you know what? The Sam Churian candidate is pretty funny. Oh my God. We need to make like a parody movie. The Sam Churian candidate, where he gets brainwashed. He's like they tried to find other subjects, but for whatever reason, Sam's the only one that wanders into their trap. And they're like, shit, okay, well, we gotta brainwash this guy then. And hey, he's in a wheelchair, so he could get real close to the target. And so they make you a Manchurian candidate, but they didn't factor that you're not gonna probably hold the gun straight for too long. I don't know. How is your shooting, Sam? Before I make fun. You're a Florida man. I take it you probably shot something in your life.
I mean, not only am I a Florida man, but I'm also, I got my rifle merit badge, so I'm actually.
I thought you were going to be a shotgun guy for sure, but rifle, like, you make me look stupid now for saying that. Then damn, the Sam Churian candidate is going to be a highly effective assassin brainwashed by the CIA to take out, what's the funniest target possible? Ronald McDonald.
I mean, if we really want to be current, if we really want to be current right now, Max,
Skibbity toilet.
Well, no, to me the funniest
6'7".
To me the funniest person for you to take out, since Candace Owens is so sure that people are trying to take her out, right? Just have me be
Sam Whitfield in Kill Candace, Volume 1.
Oh my God, dude. No.
We got to get him an orange suit with a samurai sword.
Yeah, it is the 20th anniversary of Kill Bill too, so fitting. So
his friend got killed and she ran her mouth, and that's when he swore revenge. Cha-ching! Sam Whitfield in.
I mean,
now they're gonna clip that out where we're making death threats. Oh no. We're talking about a parody movie, by the way.
We're cooked now.
Also,
Max.
Sam is in a fucking wheelchair.
That doesn't mean anything.
I know, but it's gonna be funny. Like if somebody takes one of our jokes one day and they made a death threat, I'm just gonna be like, Sam and Mort both are in wheelchairs. How scared are you? I'd be pretty scared because you could hide a gun in that wheelchair.
Yes.
You could put like, barrels out of the fucking rests, you know? and like triggers right here.
That they have made guns out of crutches before.
Oh, that would like make a little tank.
Yeah, but by the
Fuck
way,
yeah.
I do want to give a shout out to the fake title podcast. They were
Hold
talking
on.
about
Flamethrower?
yeah.
Since we're talking about engineering, because we got Dr. Craig over on the fake Untitled podcast. By the way, they've been killing it.
Pussy smoke.
The
Well-
smartest podcast I listen to, Sam.
Well, yeah. Well, well, the reason I bring them up in that context is they were talking at They were talking at 3D printing, specifically, which I still like.
Oh, yeah? Well, then, Dr. Craig, you 3D print these nuts. Sorry, go on.
I mean, Craig could probably like 3D print me like a gun holster for my wheelchair or something
Oh, literally.
like that.
Hold on. Instead of something like what about if he 3D printed you truck nuts for your new wheelchair?
That would be cool.
If I was in a wheelchair, I would put truck nuts on it. Bet.
I'm if you were in a wheelchair, I'm sure you would have like looking all gnar.
Bro, my father-in-law pimped his shit out. He had a big American flag on the back. He'd have his cowboy hat or some other wacky hat always. And if he didn't have the hat on, like we've mentioned before, he had like a green fucking mohawk in his 50s.
Not
He made
nice.
her dye it green because he didn't get to do that when he was like a young punk. So he did it when he grew his hair back. That's what it was. He thought he lost his hair because when he got real sick, right? But he actually grew it back. And he's like, I'm doing a green mohawk. I don't give a fuck what anyone thinks anymore because I thought I lost my hair. Fuck y'all. And he did. That middle-aged man in a wheelchair with a mohawk and a cowboy hat and the big American flag. What else did he have on his wheelchair pimped out? He would have put truck nuts on it, Sam.
He would have. He had the skull with the handle.
He did have the skull on the shifter.
Nice.
He had lights.
He'd have, if not a rosary bead, he'd always have some type of religious iconography.
I definitely have
A
lights.
Bible in his seat under his butt.
Now that's dedication.
Well, he always had reading material unless he needed, and he definitely spent a lot of time pooping. So
He also makeshifted a backpack onto the back.
there was, he put like a backpack. He'd have side bags. That dude,
He decked his wheelchair out the best he could.
it was like a rolling party. He would have like I mentioned pooping, and she laughs, but he would have like a roll of toilet paper just in case, because he goes in a bathroom sometimes they ain't got no toilet paper. He makes sure he got that shit.
Man, smart.
Yeah, I actually have
It's like a boomer starter kit, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
your Bible, your toilet paper, your cowboy hat, your rascal scooter,
yeah, that's awesome.
MP3 player. Yep.
Yeah,
With the speakers, because he can't just listen on his own earbuds. No, he's a rolling party, so he's got his music, and it's usually Christian themed.
yeah, pimp.
Randomly Dragula from Rob Zombie.
Yeah,
You're just like,
except
what?
for random crazy heavy metal, and then it's all like he like Five Finger Death Punch. He liked what is it? Kill Switch Engage. He liked like all that shit, but mixed in with the corniest religious a lot of country and stuff, and then randomly it's like Ozzy.
I could totally picture him playing something like some gospel song, and then the very next track, South of Heaven, plays immediately
He's
after.
not a Slayer guy. That's the one, because they were too sacrilegious for him. I didn't bother to explain that the lead singer is Catholic because I already had that argument with him about Ozzy and a couple other people.
Yeah, I know.
He didn't like Ozzy way back in the day because he thought Ozzy was a devil worshiper.
I kind of figured he might have been one of those, but for the comedy bit, playing Slayer after a worship song would be funny.
Plus, he's a couple years too old for the Slayer, so his evil band in his bad boy days was actually AC/DC, which fair enough because they were pretty out there if you listen to some of their records.
Yeah, was I wonder
He
what
was
he
in
would
a
have.
band that played AC/DC covers and stuff.
So then I wonder I wonder if Motorhead would have been too
Yeah, he
hardcore
liked Motorhead.
for him. Oh, nice.
He liked
So
Metallica too. And
yeah,
thing is like a lot of boomers that like Metallica, they would claim they liked it way before they could have possibly heard of them.
yeah,
Every motherfucker, Sam, will tell you that the Metallica's last good album was X, right? And every one of those motherfuckers wasn't there for the first fucking 4 albums. Because they didn't even go national until Ride the Lightning. So
yeah.
unless you were in the Bay Area, no, you didn't hear fucking their first record. You didn't hear Ride the Lightning. You didn't hear, like, you may have heard And Justice for All, maybe because the video for one got on MTV. But very likely you heard of Metallica when the rest of the world did when they put out the Black Album. So it's just funny that the people have these like opinions, and it's like, you weren't even there. But he was one of them. He was like, I loved Metallica back in the day. And you're like, that's not possible. But you know what? He loved them now. So it didn't matter.
I have a
I just
so
didn't play any of like their Merciful Fate covers for him where they do openly satanic lyrics.
so speaking of pissing people off, this is going to be a take that I know you'll agree with, but I know people love to hate on people love to hate on Shinedown, and Shinedown's actually a good band. Not Metallica, but what's the other band that people love to hate on? That's
Nickelback?
yes, Nickelback.
Yeah. And I
Nickelback.
actually unironically love Nickelback.
So do I.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you know music and can get past memes, then you know Nickelback has absolute bangers. By the way, Dark Horse is probably one of the best records of that decade.
Facts.
I mean, even if it can't be that bad because it sold a lot of copies. I know that.
Ironically, Dark Horse is one of their worst performing albums, and it's literally one of the best musical like rock albums of that decade. That's why I say people don't know what they're talking about when they say Nickelback sucks. They're
Yeah.
like, oh, they had that big this is how you remind me, and then their follow-up, they never had a follow-up, and it's like, yes, they did. It's called Dark Horse with Burn It to the Ground. What's the one about driving? Oh,
Yeah.
fuck. That whole record, I could listen to the whole thing. Anyway, Dark Horse by Nickelback. Yeah, banger.
Yeah.
I'll
So
fucking figure out the name of that song, Sam. You go ahead.
yeah, that's our other controversial opinion. Basically, Candace sucks. She and Tim Pool are both grifters. Erika Kirk shouldn't have had to even address the BS. I'm glad she did. White Christmas for Autism is a great thing that we're doing. Max is doing a man special tomorrow, and then what's going on with Bits and Bones?
Something in your mouth, Sam. It's called Something in Your Mouth.
Oh, that's a good one.
That sounds dirty.
It is. It's good.
It's about driving. Or classics like SEX. That's
You look better with something in your mouth is not. That's literally in the lyrics.
yeah, like I'm not gonna lie. I'm like something in your mouth is a banger. Burn it to the ground is a banger.
Yeah.
Gotta be somebody. I don't remember off the top of my head.
I like that one.
I'd come for you.
Yeah.
Totally not sexual either. Next go
That's
round.
flirty.
Totally not sexual either.
Totally about sex.
Just to get high.
Yeah.
Never gonna be alone. Shaking hands. SEX. If today was your last day and this afternoon. That record fucking slaps, bro. You just put it on at a party.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Me and Dad used to listen to that.
Bits and Bones, 10 p.m. EST on Friday. We'll be talking about the Game Awards that happen tomorrow. There's been a couple of other things that happened this week. Except, today is the 5th anniversary of Cyberpunk.
Bits and bones.
Mm-hmm.
You guys got to get like gang jackets too with like skulls on them.
Yeah,
Blue because you Crips, obviously.
totally.
Which one of you is Jimmy and which one's Timmy though? Let's be real. It's the ultimate. The chat wants to know. Let's. I feel like Sam is Timmy and he doesn't want to admit it, but like Sam has that primal, like he just wants to let go sometimes.
I do.
Jimmy!
Yeah. And Mort got jokes for days.
Yep.
I don't know
Yeah.
though.
I'm a stand-up comedian.
I'm still not sure which one wins in the cripple fight. I kind of feel like Mort got an edge though. I'm not gonna lie.
Well, I mean, he is.
Sam, you're just too nice.
Well,
He's got that killer instinct.
Well, more is a bionic man too. So
Well, yeah, he's got no mercy for the flesh weaklings.
yeah.
Mort has a cold, dead heart.
He said,
But if you both rigged your shits up like little tanks, like I'm talking about, with truck nuts and guns, we could have battle bots, but with crippled people. Oh my god, I just invented a new show, Sam.
Battle cripple.
yeah.
Battle cripples.
Yeah. So
we could do different time period themes on episodes. So you could have like medieval battle cripples where you only get like a sword. And then futuristic battle cripples where you're fully kitted out with a tank and like drones.
that would be a very interesting, show on RTO to do would be Battle Cripples.
Or Tay, if you're still with us, next game after Home Invaders, Battle Cripples.
Yeah, that might.
We got two cripples who can consult, so the diversity people can't even get mad.
There you go. I like it.
And he's Asian, so he's already diverse.
Well, I mean, the left.
Not a diverse. I know he might be
Yeah.
too white actually because he's Asian. I forgot about that. And he's good at math. That motherfucker.
Asians are too smart to be diverse.
Yeah.
Talk about a rough time. He's Asian and good at math, Sam.
Yeah. Is he Korean by chance?
No.
Okay. Well,
God,
thank
no.
well, thank God.
He's Cambodian.
Well, thank God he doesn't have because the oppression people, they really hate Koreans, especially the rooftop variety, which is why we love them. So
No, he's the kind that fought commies to get here, actually.
well,
Not
yeah.
Tay himself, but his family or whatever.
So
Tay, that means you should go fight some commies, though. Just saying. Kill a commie for mommy.
Kill a commie for mommy. That's we had to bring that slogan back. So, anyway, though, I think that'll wrap up tonight's show. Unless you have anything else you want to promote or chat real quick. So,
yeah, I'm gonna do the Manson stream tomorrow. Bits and bones. We got the White Christmas for Autism coming up the 19th. We're now penciled in for. I'll be coming out with some invitations for that. We're gonna have it so that people can send in messages as well as come on live, because not everybody can make it at a time and a place.
yeah, should be good. So,
And maybe raise some money for kids with autism, victims of Tylenol abuse, as it were.
yeah. Yeah, that would be
Speaking
if
of
we could.
victims of Tylenol abuse, Sam, has anybody checked on Candace Owens lately? Seems like she might have been hitting the Tylenol a little.
Well, I think she might have been I think she might have been hitting something else. So,
He means penises.
why
She's
was
a hoe.
well, yeah,
That's
that
the
and
joke that we
also
said.
well that and I mean Milo is saying that everyone was gay and doing cocaine in the conservative movement. So,
I'm gonna say this: whoever Milo comes out and says is gay, I have previously called gay before, guaranteed.
well, what if
So
Milo
I'm
comes
just gonna
in?
say he's right.
Well, but like Milo is also the type of guy who like I feel like he would call you gay just because he doesn't like you or something.
Well, that's pretty gay. Everything's fucking gay. Bro, I channeled my homie Seth Putnam. Like, that don't bother me. Like, I said they were all gay. Okay. And now Milo's coming out saying they're gay. I said Cantwell was gay. He wrote a book about sucking dick, Sam.
Yeah.
A book about it. Just
Yes.
saying. Gays everywhere pretending to not be gay. What is this? Why can't you just be gay like the other rainbow people? Why do you have to pretend to not be gay? It's okay to be gay in 2025. Matter of fact, if you went to the Pride Parade instead of pretending to be the ungayest guy in the world, you'd probably feel better about yourself. But no, you got to go to the Nazi parade instead. Anyway, all they're doing is all the gay guys who aren't at the Pride Parade are at the fucking Nazi parade.
Which is
They're all dressed well, Sam, and that's how you know.
well, hold on, Max. I mean, I dress pretty well and I'm not gay.
It's one
I was
factor.
gonna say, so what you're saying, Max, is Sam's gay.
It's one factor. Do you dress? Okay, who are you dressing well for?
I mean the ladies.
Oh, good, good. All right. If you said myself, then it's gay. Like, I am literally wearing a costume to get pussy. All right, you're not gay.
Yeah. So,
He's like, damn it, that's bad either way. I have that effect, Sam.
yeah. Well, you do have the effect of like road blocking people. So.
Well, it's the classic, does your mother know you're gay? See, there's no answer. Right? As soon as you answer that question, it's just admitting that you're gay. Now, I just assume that snowflaking ass, grifting ass, suck up bitch motherfuckers like them being all the grifters, you name your grifter, they're probably them too. I just kind of assume that they just make this massive sucking sound while they all suck each other off, and that they're all fucking gay.
Yeah.
And then I can't be wrong. See, I already called all of them gay before Milo says they're gay. And so all he's doing is just confirming my suspicions. Because I know he gay. He says he's not gay anymore. You can't unsuck a dick, Milo. You can't unmarry a man. You can't unfuck a butt. All right? Let's get over that idea, Mr. Yiannopoulos. You're a gay man. It's okay. We liked you for being a gay man. You don't want to be a gay man anymore. That's actually a little weird, not going to lie. But cool. You do you.
You can't unfuck somebody.
Well, he actually disputed that claim directly, Max, when he was
disputed
on.
the claim of not being able to unfuck a butt.
Well, he said that like people say. He said that people who say you can't unsuck a dick are gay themselves. It's like their cope.
Okay. That sounds like the most projection-y thing I've ever heard ever. I don't care that he's gay. I'm just saying no one's going to believe that you're now not gay when you were the faggot for years.
Right.
I guess maybe he's speaking about his own personal experience in a way. All I'm saying is, look, if you did gay shit, that doesn't make you completely straight. And again, I actually know people that have struggled with that kind of thing, and I'm not as judgy as I might come off. But the difference there is that they weren't publicly making a spectacle of their sexuality like Milo Yiannopoulos did for years. So fuck him if he
Yeah.
wants to be taken seriously now. You're a joke, bro. Learn that you're a punchline. Learn that and I think to some degree he does. And he just will casually make all these allegations at people. And also you're like, oh, what if he says this about you? I would say the same thing about it, like a Johnny Fox says shit about me. Like, yeah, look at the source. A known liar.
Well, that's
I
kind of
met
what,
Milo Yiannopoulos. I was about 10 feet away from him and like said, hey, hi. And that was the extent of it.
yeah.
He said, hey, do you want an autograph? And I was like, not really. I think somebody took our picture.
Yeah,
I have no problem with him. I'm just like the whole bit of like, well, I'm not gay anymore. And now I want to tell other people. That's what it is. I want to tell other people how to live their life and be mad judgy when I'm
Yeah.
a massive train wreck.
I don't. Yeah,
You don't get
Yeah.
to do that.
Shout out to Larry in chat. Says, yo, what up?
There's such a thing as right message, wrong deliverer.
True.
Yeah.
Like, hey, I don't wish ill on Milo Yiannopoulos, but I just think like he's running around making accusations. This person's gay, that person's gay. And people are taking him seriously because there's this implication that he had sex with them or something, or that he knows some secret thing. I'll say this. What he's kind of redoing is a thing that happened in the quote unquote alt-right years ago called the Third Gym Pact podcast, where a guy I know, and if you know, you know, and if you don't, I'll just listen to a story for a moment. Seriously, this guy, he went by Nat. He was known to a lot of these guys. They thought he was like like a European Nazi, a nationalist of some variety, and he played that character for years. And it was a character. He was like one of our dudes, a libertarian dude, and yeah, he, in talking to all those dudes, met so many of them that were actually doing secret gay stuff with each other and wanted him to be a part of it, that he did this podcast to say, hey, you alt-right guys saying you're with these like cool nationalists or whatever, just so you know, they're all secretly gay with each other, and here's the evidence. And this is what Milo's doing again. Milo was one of the people involved with that, so he remembered it. He would remember it for sure.
Yeah, well, he's trying to claim that like Benny Johnson and all these other like podcasters on the conservative side are gay. My whole thing is, okay, so what?
I mean, it's funny. I'll give him that. It's very funny that they're all having big gay grifter orgies. But I said that all along.
Well, it's funny that what's funny about Benny Johnson though, in particular, like
That's in the name, Johnson. Sam, we should have known.
I mean there is a point there, but it's also like Benny Johnson is like
Well, Larry in chat says, and then there's Nick Fuentes that we all have known was super ultra mega gay since day one. Nobody needs there's no secret reveal there.
Oh yeah, I actually
Bro can't even make a fist.
A few of us actually replied to Milo because he was like because Milo tweeted something like I have information about Nick Fuentes that I'm going to reveal at some point, and I replied, and I'm like, yeah, we all know he's already gay.
I was making fun of him, Sam, for tucking his thumb when he made a fist in that fight he got into. It was recently brought to my attention why that is, Sam. It's not because nobody taught him to do a proper fist, you see. Apparently, gay men, when they're fisting, that's the position they make. They tuck the thumb so that it can clear the rectum. So that's why he tucks his fist when he punches people.
That is something that I could have gone the rest of my life never knowing.
Oh, sorry.
I would have been very happy.
I got a DM explaining it to me, and I felt it was important information for our audience.
I did not expect to learn that.
We did not need to know that. I agree with Maxine.
Thank you, Mort.
It's just important context. It's not because he's a child. It's because he's a faggot. He's gonna be 30, man. He still acts like he's like a teenager. Wait, Nick Fuentes has become the meme of hello, fellow kids. It's like me. I should go around saying I'm the voice of the youth. I'm fucking 42 years old. Bro, at some point, you gotta realize you're not the fucking Zoomer guy anymore.
Yeah,
well, oh, Lord.
Yeah, well that's why I retired next gen conservative, because like it's like I'm no longer next gen.
That's right. You acknowledge the passing of time and the fact that you've grown up, and he's still a teenager. He needs his mommy to make him tendies, while his sister is, I'm not even going to say.
Yeah.
Let's be nice, because his sister seems like good people, actually.
Yeah. Anyway, though, we've kind of been meandering for a while now, so I think we'll wrap up the show. Thanks for tuning in, everyone. Buy Blood Ties Volume 2 and also Volume 1, and also
check out Home Invaders coming to Steam soon. I'm gonna put more information out about that soon, but buy Sam's books.
Shadows of Deception, the hardcover version.
I love that one. That cover is so dope.
Big seller last year at Christmas, and I hope a few of you pick this one up this Christmas season too. So
we need a volume 2 for that one too, Sammy.
That volume.
Get to writing, goddammit.
Volume 2 is gonna be huge though, because his new ones are way longer.
Right.
Yeah, more.
Volume 2 is gonna be like this.
Yeah,
I gave my brother volume 1 last year, and I can't very well give him a paperback of book 4.
That's right. By the time we're done, Shadows of Deception is going to be a volume Bible like this. Yeah.
yeah.
And then we're going to start making the Shadows of Deception cinematic universe.
Let's go.
Let's
I like
fucking go. Happy holidays to all you weirdos.
Yep. Happy holidays, Merry Christmas. We're still having fun here, despite all the crazy chaos.
Sam did write that and many more. Check him out.
Yeah.
Sam Whitfield on Amazon, Kindle,
Audible.
read by the great Doug Green. Yeah, the audiobooks are really actually high quality. If you have Audible, they're worth a listen. Yeah, Sam is a decorated author. And by the way, that brings up one more thing I forgot to mention is after we do the White Christmas with Autism stream comes the next our big year-end awards. The Tim Awards coming soon. The one award show with no corporate sponsors at all. And I made it up last year when I was drunk. And so this year, it'd probably be a little better. But Sam is an award-winning author, too.
Indeed. So
I have a feeling, Sam, that you're going to have more than one nomination for this year.
yeah.
You put out more than one fucking book.
Well, and we're also going to have like nominations for best guest, and which will be interesting. I'll be putting polls out on X and the
that's up to you. The fan voted stuff you are responsible for. I'm gonna come up with the other type of categories like we had last year. Obviously, Lifetime Achievement Award you got last year, so we'll have to figure some of these categories out. I'm gonna sit down and really do it, but this year we're gonna try and do it up big. We did it last year big. Yeah, we made it up out the seat of our pants, and it was fun, and we're gonna do it again. So check out the Timmies coming soon. White Christmas for Autism. Bits and Bones this Friday. I'm doing Cringing Over Coffee with Charles Manson tomorrow for anybody that would be interested in that.
and then Sandwich Makers Saturday.
Almost certainly.
Alrighty, yeah, we have a jam-packed show. Oh, and also, real quick before I forget, I didn't do a podcast on Monday, because the guest I have for this week's author interview, that interview is actually going to be posted tomorrow morning. I have T.G. Brown, who is an adventure author, also a police detective on an Indian reservation in Oregon. So very unique perspective.
Yeah.
And we had a great conversation. I didn't know that he was a cop until he told me, and then once that happened, I was like, oh well, I have a ton of more questions now. So it was a good interview, and I think everyone will like it. So
hell yeah.
Yeah, we've got some good content coming on the author segments before the year wraps up. So, but thanks for doing.
Like I said, like that category, I'm gonna be hands off because you've had so many guests this year. It would be hard to even go down to nominees, right?
Yeah.
Just to pick like 5 out of, you've had well over 24 guests this year.
Yeah, we've kind of had a bit of a lull, the past couple weeks, but like I said, we've had 24 guests this year, so
it's easily been over that, yeah.
So yeah, we can have a few off weeks every once in a while too. So
hey, but anybody that's not nominated, it doesn't mean because that you weren't great. We appreciate everybody who comes on the show and gives you their time. Honestly, it's pretty cool. It's
Yeah.
your author interviews. If people are watching this and not watching that, what are you doing? Go watch some of those. They're great. You can go back and watch them all. They're not time sensitive. They're usually not tied to the news. Check them out.
Yeah, almost never. But anyway, thanks for tuning in, and links for everything is in the description. We'll see you next week for the show, and yeah, thanks for tuning in. Appreciate you.
Peace.
The right to offend is not some pesky little part of freedom of speech that
Okay,
we
now
have to
let's
put
get our
up with.
$7,000.
It is the heart and soul and lungs of freedom of speech. It is the coursing lifeblood of human progress. It is the instigator of liberty and modernity and science and understanding. What a laughing stock today's student leaders are, that they can so casually dismiss the right to be offensive without realizing that their lovely, enlightened lives are the gift of individuals who gave offense. Offensiveness is not just something we have to begrudgingly accept. Offensiveness is the motor of human progress.
Thank you for watching the Whitfield Report live on the Right to Offend Media Network. Make sure to check out Sam's books on Amazon, Audible, and Kindle. You can follow Sam on X at SamW_NGC and the Right to Offend Media Network at RTO Media. Like, comment, subscribe, and share with your friends. And until next time, God bless, God save this great nation. God, freedom, legacy, in that order.